Hello, everyone. I am going live, just starting something new, mostly because I am going to do new things in 2024. Getting rid of the old mindset and inviting the new mindset. So we shall see how this goes. So last night, I was meditating in the Lord and felt the need to share again my kingdom marriage journey. I do have a video about it as well, but I wanted to go in depth details because there are some of y'all that have been waiting recently or been waiting for years. For me, it's going on 11 years, and 11 years is a very long time, okay? And I know I had a video saying that I was giving up because it was just too much, because it was a lot mentally, emotionally. It was a lot for me. And I was just like, like I'd just be single, at this rate. I've been single for so long that I've just gotten immune to being single. But then God reminds you how important it is to have a mate, because you feel like everything is on you. I'm not gonna spend too much time because I have to go to work here in a little bit. But I'm gonna just go over it. I was like, I've known since 2013 about my kingdom spouse. Also, this is Jeremiah 29:11 Ministries. For I know the plans I have for you, the plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Also, I'm a little hoarse, so it's been a long weekend, so I'm tired. My voice is tired, and I'm a little congested. So sorry about that. So my voice is a little deeper than normal. But anyways, I'm just gonna go over what I wrote down, and I'll tweet it a little bit here and there if I need to tweak the Kingdom Spouse message. Kingdom Spouse message. Oh my gosh, I feel like I can't talk. I've never done live before, so this is gonna be new. Okay, bear with me. Um, and my name is Rebecca. God urged me to do this last year, and I started a few months ago. Just wanted to do research and stuff about it. So I'm just going to go on in it because I don't have a lot of time. So I've known since 2013 about my kingdom spouse. I gave I gave up on love because it seemed like it was never going to happen, because I have been promised a marriage promise since 2013. And so I settled for a partner, um, to be my spouse, and he ended up not being the right one because he was gay. And then that marriage did not work. And so several times, me and my kingdom spouse and I was in and out of each other's lives because of church, and then he was my hair client. And I remember it was either 2020 or 2021. I couldn't remember exactly, but it's when I went back to Michigan. Before me and him had our last conversation, I let him know that, I believe that God sent him in my life for a reason. And he was pretty much like, why now when you're leaving to Michigan? This was a point in my life where I was like, praying like, God, if it's meant for me to stay here in Texas, please send him to me and tell him, send him to me, tell me what he needs to tell me so I can stay. But he didn't. So he didn't talk to me. And so I just left it alone, and I kind of just was over it after that. And I told God that I wanted to give up on love because it seemed that no one loves me. No one loves me. And it felt like I couldn't seem to have a man that truly loved me. I loved so hard that I thought if I gave a man all my love that he would give it all back to me. And then the same, that he would do everything that I did for him. But it never happened. Instead, I got abused, accused of cheated on. I had built up low self-esteem, brokenhearted after broken heart. And the Lord had to help mend my broken heart so I can be prepared for my kingdom spouse. Had it not been for God and his love, I would not be on this journey. Though being on this journey has been the toughest part of my life because of how much faith is required to trust God's process. I've given up several times because it never went the way I always hoped for. Many times I accepted to be alone because I was only able to give myself the love I deserve. I passed up several options because it just never felt right, and I always knew I was settling. And what I mean by that, I felt like when I tried to date someone, I just felt like I was settling. I just felt like they were not right for me because of my calling in my life. And I just felt like they didn't understand the love of God, the power of God, and how God is, trying to get us where we're supposed to be at. And so, and I said, I've given up several times because it never went the way I always hoped for. Wait, hold on. I said, though, I don't know. I said, how much? Okay, I forgot where I was at. I was like, I would not be on this journey. I was like, I said, I don't know where I stopped at. But anyways, though being on this journey has been the toughest part of my life because of how much faith is required to trust God's process. I've given up several times because it never went the way I always hoped for. Many times I accepted to be alone because I was only able to give myself the love I deserved. I passed up several options because it never felt right, and I always knew I was settling. God saw my heart and He saw my pain. When I kept going through my heartbreaks of men financially abusing me and physically abusing me, I was like over love. Then God told me my husband was on his way and said his name 3 times, and I couldn't believe it. Never has God ever said it to me the way that I heard my kingdom spouse name. Then he appeared less than a week after I heard his name 3 times. And this was after having 3 years of no communication. This man knows that I love him so much. I prayed that God will show him how much I really love him because God allowed me to love him in a way that no man had ever had my love. And I do believe he will come back to me when God sees fit. Keep praying and trusting God and God on the plans that he has for you. And I just wanted to share that because I had to write it down because sometimes I have to get my thoughts together. I never know how the Lord's going to work, and I didn't want to forget any details. And so, the thing is, this was hard for me to share my feelings just because this is the emotional for me, because this is, a battle. Like, there's this battlefield in my mind, that's like, maybe I'm crazy, thinking that this person would even see what God sees. But that's like telling God that he can't do nothing, that he is not capable of doing anything. And so I had to change my mindset, and God had to help me because it's so easy for the enemy to come in and still kill, destroy your dream that God has for you. And so I just want to encourage each and every one of you, do not give up on the love of God. Do not give up on his blessings for your life because the enemy wants you to. And sometimes when it feels like it's really, really hard, that's when God's about to bless you tremendously. And so many times God has shown me in this past year that when the going gets tough, there's a blessing right there, right around the corner, waiting on me. And I don't know what shape or form is going to come in, but it's coming. And so your kingdom spouse is on the way. And then God gave me a song. I can't really go too much in details just because it's a Christmas song. So some of y'all are going to get married again for for Christmas. Some of y'all are going to plan a wedding for Christmas. Some of y'all are going to get married in spring. And some of y'all are going to get married in the summertime and fall. And so there's going to be season weddings where it's going to actually be on the seasons. And so I just want you to know that you're not alone, and you're not crazy, and that God loves you. And don't get discouraged even when things seem like God is not doing anything and he's just sitting back and doing nothing. God is doing a lot more than you know. And it may not look the way that we want it to look, but it's going exactly the way God had it planned out for you. And so I just want to encourage you because I have to encourage myself. Because if I don't, I would be discouraged and I don't think I would be able to make it. I'm just going to be honest. But just know that God loves you, and He wants to open up your eyes, and He wants to make a beautiful life for you and your kingdom spouse. And I do have more messages that I have to put out soon. So be looking forward to that. God bless you. And I pray that this video goes to those who are meant to watch this video. I just want to let you know you're not alone. God loves you. Have a blessed day. Again, my name is Rebecca, and thank you. And if you have any prayer requests, please send it to Jeremiah 29:11. And if I don't get back with you or respond, I'm not being funny. I'm just not on here as much, but I am working on that. Okay? God bless you. All right.